Hi there, Flegg here from Ethical Property Partners, where we help committed and serious investors to make their annual returns on a monthly basis. So I've got up early here. I'm in Playa del Carmen in Mexico. I've got up early to avoid the heat, avoid all the bustle, and to record an episode with you fine people. So what I want to talk about this morning is the 5 a.m. club, and I've even heard the 4 a.m. club, I've heard the 6 a.m. club, and it's basically some kind of a competition to do ourselves out of sleep. I don't know if you've seen it, people on Facebook and that saying that they are getting up at this time and only getting this much sleep. If Margaret Thatcher can live on 4 hours a day, then so can I, etc. I don't buy into it, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Because of time difference, I've been getting up early while I've been here, and I have quite enjoyed it. But I don't think there's a shortcut to sleep, and I'm not convinced that working more hours is a good solution for better business either. If you think about it, we're working in order to enjoy our lives more. Normally, we work to earn money, and then money gives us freedoms, it gives us experiences, gives us possessions, but all of those are just for us to be happier. So if we make ourselves grumpy and sleep deprived in order to get money, then we've already lost, because we're not going to be any happier. And so for me, that's what it boils down to. Now, this week's been quite an interesting one for me because of time difference. I'm 6 hours behind the majority of my team. My team are in the UK and Serbia. If they're starting work at 9 a.m, then that's 3 a.m. for me. So depending on the day, I've been starting at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 5:30. I've got presentations to make to clients and stuff at 10 a.m. some days, so that's meant a 4 a.m. start, getting up about 3:30, which is earlier than I've got up for years, if I'm honest. Other than getting up for a flight or something, I don't generally get up that early at all. And it's meant I'm not willing to suffer sleep deprivation at all. So it's meant that I've been going to bed quite late. I've been putting the kids to bed about 8:30, and I've been going to bed about 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, in order to get enough hours sleep. And it's been fine. I was quite fortunate in as much as that meant I pretty much stayed on UK time. So even though we'd flown 10 and a half hours or something and lost 6 hours in time difference, or gained 6 hours rather, traveling eastwards, it wasn't that hard to start going to sleep at 8 a.m. I just carried on going to sleep at the same time, and it worked out fine. But and I've now changed that a little bit. I'm going to bed a little bit later and getting up a little bit later because of my calendar. But here's the thing, you can't cheat sleep. And so what we're really talking about is, how many hours a day do you want to work? How many hours a day is best for you to work? I think most people work too many hours a day, and most teachers, most gurus, most mentors tell people to work more than they should. It's not necessary. You have to work smart. Absolutely, you have to work smart. But you don't have to work crazy hours at all. I think 6 hours a day, you can build a brilliant business on 6 hours a day. Yes, at times you might want to work 8 or 10 hours, but you certainly don't have to kill yourself, especially if you're really focusing those working hours on most important tasks and profit generating activities. And we define both of those in EPP, so I won't go into loads of detail now, but that's the critical part of your work, not how many hours you do. We can all kid ourselves. We can all spin wheels for a few hours a day and go, oh yeah, I had a long day in the office. Who cares if there's a long day in the office? It's what you got done. How many offers did you make? How many health visits did you conduct? I've been averaging about 7 or 8 health visits a week for the last 2 months. That's a lot of relationships I'm building with vendors. That's a lot of offers I'm making with vendors. And so it's going to be a profitable next few months for me as those offers come to fruition, as those vendors come back and say, yes, I'm ready to go ahead with that, as the lawyers work through the ones that have already agreed, etc. But that's smart working, not hard working. Each health visit was taking me about 2 hours. Because I was doing so many, I decided that actually I'm going to reduce that. I'm going to start doing them in under an hour. Some of my help visits are now 40 minutes. And so meeting with 2 vendors of a morning has been taking me maybe an hour and a half, hour 45. And that's smart working in my book. So if you're feeling a bit bad because you actually don't like getting up early, you prefer to get up at 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9:30, and start work at maybe 10 a.m. Don't feel bad. That means you can walk your kids to school. If someone else is getting up at 6 a.m, makes no odds at all. One of my clients gets up about 4:30. Is that good? I don't know. It's good for him, maybe. Maybe he likes getting up early. I have to admit, I loved getting up at 4 a.m. and being done with all my work by about 10 a.m, 12 noon, and having the rest of the day with my family. That was lovely. But that doesn't mean everyone should do that. I was doing that because I was on a different time zone. And so if someone gets up at 6 a.m. and finishes at noon, and someone else gets up at 10 a.m. and finishes at 4 p.m, I don't think one's better than the other. I think they're just different. And so my question to you is, what works best for you? What's the best solution for you? What suits your biological clock? What suits your lifestyle? What suits how you feel? And we all go in different seasons, don't we? And so what season are you in right now? Do you feel like getting up early? How's it going to fit around your exercising? Absolutely critical to a successful SPI business is conducting regular exercise, absolutely critical. And so my encouragement to you guys is pick a schedule that works best for you, not what you think you should be doing, not what others are telling you should do, don't be shamed on Facebook into doing 5 a.m. start, 6 a.m. start. Just do what's best for you guys. If you've enjoyed this episode, please hit the notification bell, click the subscribe button, share it with your friends if you think they'll benefit. It will really help our channel. And until next time, happy investing.